So, hello everybody.
10
I'm
seconds
casting
to go.
today's game. It is HKON.TV versus Teams of Synergy. This is the HKON.TV Casual Cup. So this is HKON's own very team playing this game. It is part of the lower brackets round 1. So after actually Team HKON, they lost to Londoners and a Norwegian in round 2, and Teams of Synergy, I cast that game actually, lost to the Wolves Express. A very close game actually. Rapiers were involved. So hopefully this game may be very interesting. I asked these teams for a little snippets of information about them, and they both said that they were shit, so I'm not going to say that. But I am solo casting today. Unfortunately, Ainsley Harriet couldn't make it today, but we will be around tomorrow to do some more casting. I'm really hoping you guys can hear me, but I believe I've got open mic on and everything, so should all be good, ready to go. And as you can expect, the first two bands coming out from both teams, your typical Axe, Sniper, Troll and Juggernaut. I do not blame them at all. These heroes are rubbish and should be nerfed to the ground. And the first pick, I swear every single game I've casted has been Lion first pick. This coming out from HKON.TV, so it'll be interesting to see what Teams of Synergy want to pick up now. Some strong heroes still left. You might want to first pick Avenge, is very commonly picked up, so it'll be interesting to see whether Teams of Synergy want to pick that up.
10 seconds to go.
I wonder if any of these teams have any... Yeah, Vengeful Spirit, first pick by Teams of Synergy, as I predicted. Yeah, as I was going to say, it would be interesting to see whether Teams of Synergy or HKON.TV have got any strategies in mind. Anything that they've been planning, any sort of pocket strats they might have had already available to use. And Earthshaker, another commonly picked up support. So both supports being picked up by Teams of Synergy straight away. This can sometimes leave you a little bit open because they could see they got Venge and Earthshaker. That kind of opens up maybe what their defensive trialing will be like, possibly giving the HKON an idea as to what heroes they can run.
Ten seconds to go.
And here's the Bristleback pick. This is also another common pickup. I think he's really pretty strong at the moment, especially against some of the kind of current meta with these really strong right-click heroes. He can tank up a lot, be that front line that you need, get those quills out, which sort of, because of it being physical damage, do carry on into the late game when need be.
Reserve time.
Now onto the second banning phase. Be interested to see what these two teams want to ban out. I think after the first phase, after you ban out the Jug, the Axe, the Troll, etc., you sort of go onto those bans that will either sort of interfere with the strategy you have in mind, or picks themselves, or bans which you personally just really don't like playing against, which I don't blame a lot of these teams for wanting to ban out certain heroes.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiance ban.
It's interesting to see how like the first set of bans normally are the the Jug and the Axe, etc. And then the second bans is kind of like ban out those mid heroes that you don't like, the Storm Spirit that we see here, the Shadow Fiend that they want to get rid of as well.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Dire team ban.
Timbersaw banned out. This is pretty interesting. I don't see this banned out much, but Timbersaw is strong against Bristleback, who has a lot of strength which can be drained, and the big nuke damage coming out from Timbersaw can really help kill off that Bristleback, where normally he is really strong and tanky.
Reserve time.
Teams taking their time with these, eating a little bit into their reserve time, but you've got to plan out the next few stages of your picks and bans. Other strong heroes at the moment, I think, that go quite well. Maybe HKON could pick up Dazzle because the axe is banned, and then sort of try go for that minus armor with the bristleback and the weave. It can definitely be a very potent combo. And the Lena gets banned out, another mid hero at the moment. Generally picked as a mid, although she is a fairly good support as well. But this is into the meaty part of the draft, the pickings of the more core heroes in general.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds.
I think I remember Teams of Synergy, the last game they played, they had an Ember Spirit who was played very well actually, so I wonder whether HKON TV have that in mind and are actually going to look to either ban it at the last phase, pick it up themselves, or they've got an idea as to how they could counter that. I mean, Lion's pretty strong due to the instant Hex, but Teams of Synergy go with the Viper. I feel like currently what was played an awful lot maybe about a year and a half ago, and was very strong,
seconds to go.
and then sort of died off a little bit. I'm not really sure why, but now some of these sort of more nukey magic damage orientated mid heroes such as SF and Lena, Viper's becoming a bit more popular due to corrosive skin and its ability to increase his magic resistance to up to 25%, which is massive, which makes him very tanky against these burst-like heroes. And talking of magic damage, they pick a Zeus into this tanky magic resistance Viper, which I don't agree with, but it'll be interesting to see how they run this. This could be a support Zeus, in which case it's not such a big deal, but I think Viper's probably one of the better heroes to go against Zeus in the mid lane if Teams of Synergy do decide to run the Viper mid.
Templar Assassin.
Radiance pick.
And the fourth pickup for Teams of Synergy is that TA. So is this going to be a farming TA or a mid TA? I think typically you'd see a mid TA, and then have a safe lane Viper who can farm up that fast mech. And I definitely see this as like a very mid-game orientated lineup from Teams of Synergy. With well, I mean, Viper and Templar Assassin are so strong in the mid-game. Just with a little bit of farm, they can output a lot of damage. But I think Templar Assassin probably fares pretty well against Zeus, because the power of Zeus is the fact that you can just spam out his Q, his what is it called, Arc Lightning, and it will damage, but that will quite quickly get rid of refraction charges. Eating into a fair chunk of their reserve time now, Team HKON, and they go for the Treant Protector. Treant Protector, I think, also a bit like Viper, has not been played very much, but in the last month or so has slowly been gaining momentum, especially due to the new Ags upgrade that he received, the Eyes in the Forest, which allows him to, with the Aghanim Scepter, put little trees sort of attach them to trees, and then whenever he uses ultimate, an AoE around those trees that he's used, his ultimate also takes effect, which is really strong in the late game. And not to mention the fact that they give a decent amount of vision as well, so you plant them all around the map, and suddenly you've got total map vision and map control as well. They are counterable by a gem as well. But hopefully Team HKON maybe have You know, if they have good communication, the Treant Protector can give that living armor during the early laning stages, and that can really turn around a fight. In fact, even into the late game, it makes such a huge difference, because it stops just any damage instances up to 7 at level 4, which is kind of insane when you think about it. But yeah, for this Templar Assassin, they've got to be careful, because they don't really have... I mean, they've got fairly spammable spells, which could slowly, quite quickly even, well, quicker than right-click and work down these refraction charges, but you might want to... What would be quite good is getting something like a Jakiro or something with like a dot, like a Venomancer or something, which will almost instantly get rid of Templar Assassin's refraction.
Reserve time.
So the final ban from Teams of Synergy was the PA, I guess. PA is kind of just pretty strong at the moment. Their crits and evasion against mostly physical damage from the side of Teams of Synergy might definitely be something that they wouldn't want to go up against. And also the final ban from HKON is the Magnus. Interesting, Magnus is an off-lane hero or a mid hero. Generally more mid, but can be played in the off-lane. And plenty of team fight potential, especially with the Earthshaker. You blink, RP, I don't even have to skewer them back if the Earthshaker has a blink and a massive RP, and there's pretty much the team fight lost. Along with Templar Assassin with the side blades, could definitely deal a lot of damage. But Teams of Synergy, their last pick, go for the Luna. So this is probably an offlane Viper, something I haven't seen for a long time, and it'll be interesting to see how it works out for them. But I actually think the Viper will fare pretty well. I mean, the Treant Protector can kind of punch the Viper out of lane with his high hit points and high base damage, but the Lion could be in for a bit of trouble if he's not careful.
10 seconds to go.
So overall, the so Luna with her Luna Blessing and Venge Spirit. In fact, these are all the 3 cores are all ranged. So with the Luna and the Venge Spirit, or the attack damage is being really buffed. And this can make a big difference. And the last pick from HKON TV is the Sven. This is interesting. We saw Sven once before in this tournament, and well, at least I personally saw, and it kind of was a bit meh. It did output some damage, but I feel like all their carries would have been much better. But maybe they can make something work. With the Treant Protector Overgrowth, that locks them down for a decent amount of time, and Sven can actually properly get some damage out. But let's go over the team lineups. Don't want that one. Over on the Radiant side, Team HKON, we have Camilla 5, Camilla V playing on the Zeus. We have Bringbirds and Pie on the Treant Protector. We have Cheeseburgers on Bristleback, probably going in the off lane. Tommy Babes, the safe lane's Sven. And the one and only Disco Spider from HKON TV himself, one of the admins, is playing as well. So why not? Is on the Lion. Over on the Dire side, we have Mr. Psycho playing this, or sort of on the off lane. We'll see how things go. Playing the Luna. We have Tetrak on Vengeful Spirit. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. We have Lotus on the Earthshaker. We have Rocky on the Templar Assassin, and the stand-in Kumsh on the Viper. So it looks like the Dire are actually going for an aggro tri-lane here. Possibly, or is it dual lane? So, but Tetrak in a lot of trouble here. The stun from Sven comes out, the Lion Earth Spike. If only it had been a Hex, they probably would have this kill. Venge Spirit needs one more right click, but she's not going to go down. This is a mistake I see Lions make a lot, is for single target lockdown, this is a 1 second stun, whereas the Hex is a 2.5 seconds, basically a stun, a 2.5 second disable, which would allow Sven to get that one more last hit off. Although, to be fair, Earthspike does do 80 damage, so maybe the Venge would have got away. She's still on very low health, so has to go back. And it does look like it's going to be an aggro tri-lane coming out from Teams of Synergy. Be interesting to see how this fares. Looks like there's possibly some connection issues here at the moment. This aggro tri-lane not going so well because Avenge is not there at the moment. Has to walk all the way back and has the Observer ward. So Teams of Synergy in a little bit of trouble with this aggro tri-lane. So I like this. This will be interesting because Treant is probably really good in this defensive tri-lane because of his living armor. Sven not bad with his AoE stun, as well as Lion with a lot of lockdown. But to be fair, on this side there is a bunch of stuns as well on Teams of Synergy. Tesseract with the Magic Missile, the Lucent Beam, and with the Fissure as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, and that will definitely be a lane to watch. In the mid lane though, we have Rocky on this TA who is going up against the Zeus, taking a bit of harassment to start off with, but does have that very early bottle. Opted to seem to go for nothing but the bottle. And Zeus here, but actually with a lot of pooled, with these pooled tangos and a salve as well, expecting a lot of harass, which I think would be fair to say. Happy to just get last hits at the moment. Zeus doing very well with that 8 last hits. What about this offlane? Viper should do pretty well against Bristleback. Just because of firstly he's got the range advantage as well as the poison attack dealing significant damage over time, and we have a pause coming out from Luna. You need a second. So a little pause here. Changed key by Disco Spider. Don't drink too much coffee. Don't worry, it's only if you lose this game you're out. Whereas the winner of this game will proceed through the loser brackets. In fact, okay, no. Suddenly thought the first lot of bounty runes hadn't been picked up, but it is now at the 2-minute mark. This DD will be picked up by Earthshaker. Although I'm pretty sure Temporal Assassin is going to be. Oh no, he's holding it. He's holding it for the Temporal Assassin. Otherwise, the Temporal Assassin would have been extremely annoyed, I think, with the Earthshaker. So what was that recipe for? Am I just being completely blind? I swear I saw a recipe on the courier. Ah, not sure. Some casual stuff, but here the Temporal Assassin. No, it's actually Camella. He's going to go down. This is going to be a first blood. Rocky with the DD rune. One more right click. Camella is going to get out, bottling up. But he's TA. No, he's going to need one more right click. What about the move speeds? Yeah, he's got more. This first blood, easy peasy for the Zeus. The Earthshaker making the rotation in to block off the Zeus's retreat. And we got to pause. So I'm I'm just going to get a drink. Yep, looks like we're having some technical issues with one of the other casters. I've not seen that emoticon before. That's pretty cool. Oh, whoops! Accidental pause there. Misclick. How can you misclick on the F9 key? Wouldn't be a game of Dota without a pause. Are we ready to go? I hope so. Gotta get this game out of the way. And we are go go go. Okay, they planned this. They must have done this in the pause. Tommy Babes getting the stun off, and the Lion getting the final stun. Luna is in a lot of trouble here, but she's got a lot of move speed. Can she get away? No, the last right click from Disco Spider, securing the kill. And nice and easily done there. There's a bit of casual banter between the two teams, but while Shaker was missing getting that kill on the Zeus, the Radiant side, Team HKON deciding to take advantage of the fact that the support was missing and getting a kill on the carry. So a very important kill, and this aggressive trialing really needs to work out. This ward here, actually not blocking anything, but it is giving a bit of vision. I think they probably aimed it to block stuff, but it didn't. Interesting to see the Sven go for the Belt of Strength over the boots, but not too bad. I mean, he has the move speed from Warcry, so an extra Belt of Strength is pretty good on Sven. I was this lane. Viper going up against the Bristleback. Yeah, as you'd expect, Viper winning the lane a little bit. Mid lane, however, is pretty even, apart from that one death on the Zeus. But it's an early death. It's not like the biggest deal in the world, and Zeus definitely has the capacity to come back from something like that. So, fairly active game so far. Two supports missing, well, not in lane at the moment, which I feel like they really should be, because otherwise Sven is just not going to get anything. In fact, he's got to be really careful, but in comes Disco Spider with the Hex, but I don't think that's going to lead to anything more. And now, no more mana for the Lion. And there is throwing out the wave of terror to lower the armor, but not really achieving too much. Now the lane is pushing as well because of this pull. In fact, the creep wave was the neutrals were stacked, double, triple stacked. There's a smoke coming out from the team, which immediately gets revealed, at least on Disco Spider, by Psycho coming to see why there weren't any creeps coming into his glaives on the Luna. So that smoke gank kind of led to nothing, but oh well, nice try. And there's something going on mid. Carmelo is being dived, but in comes a Sven. TP's in. He's got a stun. He just has no stun available, especially after doing the wall cry. But can he get back? Can the TA get out after killing the Zeus? The tower hit is going to be enough. So TA does get the solo kill on the Zeus, and it forces like a bazillion rotations from the Team HKON on the Radiant. So definitely a win for the TA, getting the kill on the Zeus and then creating a lot of space for his team as well, even though he did die. So 2-all, but TA definitely coming out on top there. Now got FaZe, probably going to go for that blinks, the blink. Note the Ancients are being stacked here, probably for the TA to clear up later. They're fairly active so far. Lotus not holding on to the rune, is just going to take himself, but Sven is in a bit of trouble here. Is there going to be a stun? No. It's going to be a tree and protect. Oh no, the Disco Spider on the Lion having to walk back. Now got a point in mana drain, pretty standard build at the moment. But the Dire see this movement from Tree and Protector, nothing to worry about because of this nice ward placement. pretty quiet top lane. I don't expect there to be any particular kills, but stand-in Viper is actually farming really well. As there's a Fisher onto Disco Spider, and the Lion line I think is going to go down here. Trapped in by the Fisher as well, but the Earth Spike does catch Earthshaker with this. The Zeus ulti coming out. Disco Spider did get nicely healed up, but it wasn't quite enough, but it did allow them to get the kill on the Luna, so a good trade here by Team HKON. But in comes the TA, they're pinging this out, they can see this. No they can't, but they're pinging it out, they're worried about it. Tree and Protector in a bit of trouble here. 5 seconds until he's got his his living armor. One more right click coming out from TA is going to be enough, yeah. Along with the Wave of Terror, easy kill. Sven wants to chase this, but little does he know there's an Earthshaker. The Fisher ready. TA, is he going to get it out? The nice body blocking from the Earthshaker. Excellently done. The Earth Spike going to miss from Disco Spider. I think TA might get out of this. And the mana drain as well. No mana for a Fisher. He would have done with the stick. It's not going to be work though because of the fraction charges. That was really well played by Teams of Synergy. Although the Luna did die again. Now 0 for 2 in this lane. Spike coming out does hit on Luna, but they're not going to be able to make anything off of this. No mana and literally no health on the Sven either. And now TA with might have been boat now, so with the bottle and the runes is going to be up to full health. Zeus ultimate was used in that engagement as well. And another pause. This is time from Viper. Pauses, pauses, pauses. Oh, I just have to type ping. 133 ping at the moment. No, sitting around 100. That's alright. So I want to say TA is kind of doing a bit more than the Zeus at the moment. After getting it is now 3 for 1, whereas the Zeus is not for 2 unfortunately. Going for that Soul Ring.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
But the power of Zeus is strong, and his global presence will definitely be a welcome benefit to the team of Team HKON. They're pinging out onto Luna. The Hex coming out. Is there going to be the stun? There is going to be a stun onto Team Cycle, but the Fisher catches 3. Disco Spider low, so he's going to have to get back. Are they going to settle to for Venge Kill? The God. Oh, there comes the Wrath of God from the Zeus, and Sven with his God Strength is going to be enough to finish off that Venge. They did want the Luna, but the Venge Kill is good nonetheless. Thunder God's Wrath, that's it. This ward here has done its job, but it is about to expire whether they want to do this. But now Viper free farm because the Bristleback did rotate down the bottom lane. Some pings going out at the moment. This ward is now not there, and they're pinging out because they thought that was a ward, but it's all gone now. So nothing out. Look at this massively stacked small camp. Interesting. But HKON moving around a bit too much, and this Viper at nearly 10 minutes has 54 last hits. Definitely, is he going to be going for a fast mech? Decided to go with the phase boots and 1500 gold in the bank. We'll pretty sure soon see what he chooses, what item he tries to go for. Oh, did something happen bottom that I missed out? Yeah, they dove onto the Luna. I completely missed that. That was Tree Protector getting the kill, but I'm sure the Sven helped as well with the stun. This Luna is not having a happy game. Sago tri-lane not working out to the best. Now, is the Viper gonna... No, Viper's gonna back off for now. Happy to just whittle this Bristleback down, which works out pretty well. TA now with the haste rune. Zeus taking half a hit with 1 meld strike. 3 hits and he's down. The minus armor from meld strike and the low HP and armor of Zeus not working out for his benefit. But is Rocky on the TA gonna look for more? Haste rune is still halfway there. They're going to try and get the Sven, but the Sven knows. Sven with the war cry. He's got a lot more armor at the moment, but Rocky wants to go. The Sven with the not having any mana for the stun with the Fisher, and is a lot of trouble. But here comes the Tree and armor. Tree and armor is doing a fair bit, but TA is still on full health with the stun from the Vengeful Spirit. That's an easy kill for the TA. And now on a killing spree. These some really good rotations with the nice haste rune as well. One of the best runes you could probably get on TA, along with the double damage. Really helps to get some kills. Score 5 for 6, 11 minutes in, but I'm sure if we look over the XP and the gold graph, we see that Team team of synergies. Yeah, teams of synergy is currently leading, but this is only the laning phase. Oh, Zeus in a lot of trouble again. Here comes a TA with the slows. One more right click after the mild strike, and dominating streak now for TA. Easy pick off on the Zeus. Here comes a Sven. They really want to kill off this Viper with the goo, and then the stun coming in. This might actually be enough, but remember, Viper is tanky, but not that tanky, and not to God's strength. That is a very much needed kill on the Sven, but well, for the Sven on the Viper. That is going to be a big gold swing, especially as Viper is going for that mech, bought out, well, tried to buy out at the end, I think. And now with that mech is going to be extremely tanky, and probably will look to group up with allies and fight. Luna very nearly level 6, so we'll have her ultimate soon enough as they pressure this bottom tier 1 tower. Wave of Terror scouting out Disco Spider, hiding in the tree. This Lion is nearly level 6 himself, so when he gets finger he can definitely they'll probably look to nuke down the Luna without too much issue. With the help of Thunder God's Wrath, which should probably be enough to nuke down this only 663 HP Luna. So rotation is now coming out. So they're swapping over the lanes a little bit. Oh no, is TA going onto the Zeus again, but even with the living armor it's not enough. Mega kill streak now for TA, 7 for 1, dominating. In fact, a Blink Dagger now as well, plus 1500 gold. TA is snowballing out of control. Fisher comes in, and that was an Eclipse used, but not really leading to anything. Although the Venge does go down. But once again, it's not the Luna.
Radiant's middle tower is
Pings come out to push. This is what they need. I can see it. Oh, the war cry coming out. No mana for the stun. The Fisher comes out, but doesn't hit the Sven. The Sven is hitting hard, and the finger from Disco Spider has just hit level 6, and Thunder God's Wrath, just to make sure they'd kill anything off. And it does actually tell them that TA is on her way to defend. I'm sure they want to go up against that. Viper now finished. Yeah, has that full mech on the courier.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
Sven opting to go for the max Warcry over the Great Cleave, which I think is definitely fair enough, as he was in a slightly more defensive position, and it gives them the ability to fight into this TA and the Luna with the extra 16 armor, which is pretty ridiculous. It's really going to help, and his TA with a haste rune looking for a kill, hungry for a kill. But I think the Sven saw that. Yeah, she saw this, but is it going to really be enough? The Treant armor comes out, and TA decides to back off, not wanting to chase this anymore. So Viper now level 11 with the mech and 500 gold. It's definitely farming very well in this top lane. What about this Bristleback? Deciding to go for, with this Vit booster, I imagine a Vanguard, which I think is a smart idea. There's a lot of mostly physical damage coming out from teams of synergy. So getting that armor, getting that HP, well, getting armor is kind of generally a lot better than getting that HP, at least earlier on. Treant Protector with his level 6 gets the Luna with the nuke damage coming out from the Zeus, but the really good swap coming out from Vengeful Spirit. Thunder God's Wrath is not enough. Once again, they get the Venge. A really good swap meant that their carry, the Luna, gets out, well, fairly, not unscathed, but alive nonetheless. So a good defensive swap coming out from Venge, doing what she can to keep the carry alive, which is really helping the Luna, who is 0 for 3 at the moment, so really need all the help that she can get. Looks like they've decided to swap the Sven and the Bristleback around, and actually working out for the better, I think. Viper's sitting back. I'm not entirely sure what he's worried about as pressure comes onto this bottom tier 1 tower from the Radiant onto the Dire. Bristleback getting healed up now. They really want to take this tower, but Earthshaker is level 6. Was looking to come in there maybe for the dunk, but oh, there's movement on the top lane. A bunch of defensive TPs coming out. Is Sven really going to go in this? He's only got 400 hit points. I say only, it's actually quite a lot. The Viper turning around. Luna maybe in a little bit of trouble. No mana left from Treant Protector, even though he's gone invisible. And the supports also TP in. The Fisher not doing anything in terms of stunning, but a good physical block to prevent any further pushes coming out from the Radiant. And here comes a TA with an Invis rune, looking to go for that Desolator with the Mithril Hammer, I imagine. Maybe a BKB. A Fisher block will definitely, most probably yield a kill here. They don't know. I don't know. They might have. They should have seen TA pick up this Invis rune, so they should know about it. And 5 of the Dire now top. They really need to make something off of this. Disco Spider. Got a bit of a free farm. Actually might take this tower by himself. There is the fortification, but in comes the TP support. It is the Viper. And Lion needs to be really careful now. Does back away smartly. It is a deny, but it's a tower nonetheless. And he's got his urn finished up. Does look like the supports currently actually have a fair. They're all over level 6. This poor Luna though, level 7, versus the farming Viper.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, I guess it was more the Sven was her opponent. That's a 3-level difference. So I think Luna needs to sit back and just farm in the jungle, which hopefully is what she's doing at the moment. Yeah, with the Morbid Masks, you can farm the jungle semi-efficiently. Ping's coming out from the Earthshaker saying, look, there's some heroes here. We can do something here. And there's 3 more from the Dire side rotating in. Eclipse is ready. Phantom Assassin, nearly, well, I imagine a Desolator is not too far from being completed, and should be able to kill the likes of Zeus and Lion really, really quickly. And with this DD rune, just going to bottle up, get some more efficiency out of that bottle. He's definitely going to be on the prowl for a kill, and yet it is the Desolator, the 2 Mithril Hammers coming to her on the courier. Things slowed down a little bit now. I wonder what Viper's next item will be. Will he go more tanky or just try and get some more raw damage output? I feel as if Team HKON can shut down this TA properly, they see this rotation. This Zeus is not going to survive with the DD rune. You can't see it. Well, he just needs to get a little bit closer to the range. It's only level 2 side blades, but the Treant Protector's overgrowth. It's not going to be enough to prevent the kill on the Zeus. Easy peasy with the Meld Strike and the double damage. Now level 3 side blades means there's a little bit more range, which would have meant the kill was secured a little bit more easily. Sven has used his ultimate. Now we're leveling his cleave. Gone for the Mom. Mom into what I imagine would be a BKB. This Mom allows him to farm very quickly with the extra movement speed and attack speed, along with the cleave is really good. And I actually think Mom is an okay item in this game. Sometimes they've got a lot of AoE sort of nuke burst damage. You get caught out with your Mom, you're dead. But with the extra armor he gets, but there's a Fisher coming out, and the TA is going to come in from behind. Is Lotus dead? The Echo Slam is massive with the TA coming in. There is the kill onto the Earthshaker, but the Sven does die. Not a trade you really want to go, and Bristleback in a bad place. Underneath the tower, the Viper comes in, Viper Strike, just to make sure that Cheeseburger on the Bristleback does not get away. But is there going to be some more? Here comes the Zeus in a bad place. He really wants to try and get the kill on the Vengeful Spirit, but it's not going to be enough. And TA absolutely destroying the Zeus again. Disco Spider in a lot of trouble. He does have the stun. He's also got the Hex and the finger being used, but it's really only going to tickle the TA a little bit. The Hex, Disco Spider, you're not going to get out, mate. And he goes down. Godlike spree now for this TA. 11 and 1. Finish up the Desolator and an extra 1100 gold. They really need to do so. I don't really know what Zeus was doing back there. Really wanted that kill on the Vengeful Spirit, but definitely caught out a bit. And Luna has resorted to farming this camp. This nicely triple stacked small camp in the Dire jungle. So I think Team HKON overextended a little bit there. They really wanted to get the kill on, I can't remember who it was now. I think it was the Viper, but it didn't really yield too much. Bristleback did go for the Vanguard. Smart choice, I think. Try and tank up against this TA. They really need to do something about this TA, who's currently absolutely snowballing out of control. So he's gone for the Desolator and then into the casual Yasha, I believe. Well, what will be a Yasha, maybe probably build that into a Manta, although I'm not really sure. She can Manta dodge some Sven stuns if need be. Arcane's finished for the Earthshaker, decided to go for the Arcanes instead of the Blink. But I'm sure we'll go for that Blink later on. That Echo Slam was really well played higher up. And look at this stack. Thunder God's Wrath coming out. I think no, it wasn't for some vision. They really want to kill off this Luna, and I think they will do so. But some TP rotations, Venture Spirit just a little bit too late. Not going to be able to get that defensive swap like she's been doing so well. But it looks like the teams of Synergy want to diverge onto these intruders into their jungle. Temporal Assassin going to get the slow onto the Tree Protector. The Fisher not hitting anyone, and Tree Protector goes invisible. And they ping him. They know where he is, but they got nothing they can do about it. There's a DD room for you, TA. She's indeed going to go towards that. She can probably solo Roche without too many issues, or maybe try and farm up this ancient camp. No, she just wants to go for kills, and I don't blame her. They ping her out, they see her with this ward here. The Radiant know what is happening. Maybe they can get a kill on her. They can do this. Disco Spider, leave with the Hex. No mana for stun. He needs to drain. He drains. Yeah, he has enough mana. The Overgrowth being used. Are they going to be able to bring down this TA? They can. Easy peasy. No problem. That was so. This ward here, on the Radiant side, really definitely worth the 200 gold, or I guess 100 gold for one of them. So TA feeling a little overconfident, I think, not expecting them to have vision on her. But this Tree and Protection is in a lot of trouble here. Uses Nature's Guise. Is there any detection there? Is a Sentry Ward, which they don't want to place down. Place a Sentry. You'll be able to see him when he goes invis.
Radiant structures have been fortified. Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Fisher coming out, and actually the Sven using Warcry, even though he's been Viper Striked, actually going to stun just to don't use magic damage on the Viper. He's too strong. The finger not doing really any damage at all, tickling him on the underside, and the swap onto Disco Spider in a lot of trouble though. Cheeseburger does have the Crimson Guard active, and here comes the Sven. God's Strength with the Warcry. Is he going to be able to find the thing? It's currently to Echo Slam doing massive damage. Here comes the Luna. Level 1 Eclipse, even though she's level 16, level 11, but it's doing enough damage. That's 4 down. The Zeus nearly is he going to get out? They're chasing him. I don't think he's going to make it out. Bottling up as hard as he can. The Viper Strike though, along with actually it's just the Viper Strike, that's all it needed, and that's a 5-man wipe. Team HKON in a lot of trouble now, and Team Synergy's looking to push down this mid tower. And the tier 2 in a lot of trouble. And with this Desolator, the minus armor onto the tower is going to go down. I think they can go for the T3s. Or back up to Roshan maybe. They can go. No ultimates on the side of the Radiant to worry about. That's the tower. Now they go for the melee barracks. They're going for the melee barracks. They do. The Radiant do use the fortification, and in comes the TA, trying to pick off Disco Spider, but deciding better of it, and just hitting the racks. I think this will be a lane of racks, at least the melee barracks. But I think Templar Assassin is sticking too long. No, does have the blink, so it could be a little bit more aggressive. But the stun onto the Viper, and actually Lotus as well. Is the Earthshaker going to be able to get out now? The Mom active. Viper Strike onto the Tree Protector. He uses ultimate, getting the Viper and the Earthshaker. Earthshaker goes down. God's Strength being used, and the Viper gets out as well. So this is a good trade. Teams of Synergy overstaying their welcome just a few seconds too long, and oh no, the range barrack goes down to creeps. But they do get the 2 kills, two pretty important kills as well. Earthshaker looked like he must have had his blink available to buy, but now 150 gold away. It's TA still 11 for 2, going for a crit now. Getting this haste rune.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
You saw the Sven was actually managed, like some of the big troubles with Sven is he just gets kited and he can't get any of his damage down, but with the overgrowth it locks the enemies into place so he can get a good few swings with God's strength up. And it absolutely cleared through the Viper. Looks like TA is finally going to take down these. No, TA did not want to go for those ancients. Wants to leave them a little bit more. Let them get stacked up maybe. No, no stacking coming out. But a smoke here now from Team HKON. They really need to get some pickoffs now. And they really need to get it. Overgrowth is ready. Thunder God's Wrath is ready. Warpath is ready. And the finger is also up. They're going to find someone here. Here comes the TA. Blinks in. Trying to pick off this Zeus. She's going to take 1 hit, 2 hits. But oh, here comes the Overgrowth. Thunder God's Wrath coming out. Temporal Assassin. No, got a couple of refraction charges left. But here comes the Luna. The BKB doing so much damage with the Eclipse. Disco Spider does have the living armor. But is it going to be enough? One more right click. No, misses the Earth Spike. But in comes Tommy Babes on the Sven. The swap. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Now here comes the kiting with the slows from Viper. And that's another team wipe. Yes, TA did go down for teams of synergy, but it's still definitely coming out on top here. But the mid lane is already gone. They need to push around and get the tier 2s from the top and bottom lane, or maybe back off to Roche. Yeah, here comes the Roshan. Luna with that timely BKB now also has a Yasha plus 1,000 gold. And there's nothing here I don't think Team HKON can do. I mean, without the TA this is going to be slightly slower, but with the medallion... Okay, I said slightly slower, it's still taking so much damage. I mean, just look how hard this Viper is hitting. This Viper is hitting for 200 damage, and all he has for damage is a Yasha and an Axe, which gives a little bit of extra damage. And the presence of Lunar Revenge is just so prevalent. And the mini crit now finished for the TA. Ah, that's why they were leaving these Ancients for the Luna, who did not have the best start, but now has the most last hits on the Dire side. And moving over to net worth. She's second for net worth, so she did the right thing, even though she had a horrible lane to go up against. Sat back in the jungle, came to the team fights where needed, especially now that she finished a BKB and is second to the top of the net worth. If we look at these graphs over a 10k XP lead for teams of Synergy and 15k gold. HKON are definitely in trouble, and this ward spotted out Sven. Sven now has his BKB though, so can be a little more aggressive. Must be noted that Viper Strike does go through BKB, so he'll be slow through that. So I think what Team HKON needs to do, are they going to try and pick off this TA who's in a little... No, he's not out of position, got the whole team behind him. Vengeful Spirit being very cheeky here and getting a nice aggressive ward down. They did see that though because of their own ward on this high ground, very common spot to be wards to be placed. And this tower just melts with the DD and the Desolator. Not much longer on this double damage though, so I think just one more push, and so I think this will decide the game, whether Team HKON can survive this push from the more XP lead and the higher gold lead of the teams of Synergy. But I think they can do it. Zeus, now level 11, does have that level 2 Thunder God's Wrath with an overgrowth, and Sven getting some good hits. That's a 3-man Fisher. They're going to go in now. Templar Assassin blinks in, trying to blow up the Zeus. The Echo Slam as well, massive with the Blink Dagger. Finger being used onto the Earthshaker, but he's used most of his damage. But the Sven, with the Overgrowth, is hitting huge amounts of damage. God's Wrath, that's 2 down. Well, the Age is down. Look at this damage coming out from onto the Viper now. But here comes the Luna. Pops a BKB, pops the Eclipse, and that's going to be a wipe now. But the Sven comes back, wants to fight up against this Luna, but can he? With this Vengeful Spirit, stun up in a second. The Templar Assassin also around. Watch out for the Cleave! It's going to do the Cleave, kills off the TA. She stuck around too long. Vengeful Spirit with the stun, trying to get out the Mom. This is exactly what Team HKON needed. Exactly. There was 3 grouped up. A lovely Overgrowth, and the Sven could just wail on them. With the Cleave damage, with Thunder God's Wrath and Mom, it just dealt so much damage, and that's another kill for Zeus onto the Vengeful Spirit. That Cleave also killing off the TA. Huge fight coming out from Team HKON.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
I'm free, I'm free! Zeus ulti.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's for me.
So, I wonder how much of a swing that was. That was actually not so much. I think this Sven having to buy back was pretty big. But he's also now going for his own crit, which is definitely going to be needed as HP and armor of the heroes on teams of Synergy. Viper decided to go for that Manta style, which I think was a very smart choice. Either you go for the BKB or you go for the Manta style to get out of Overgrowth. And the full crit now for TA. She is hitting extremely hard, but as we saw, only 1300 hit points, 14 armor is quite a lot. But the Sven, if you get in the reach of his big ass sword, you're going to take a lot of damage. So another couple of fights like that from Team HKON, and they're right back in it. So see that he's invis? No, I don't think so. Disco Spider on the line, deciding to go for that mechanism instead of the blink. I disagree with this. I think a blink on line is fantastic. But they do have the initiation from the Treant Protector, if need be. Who actually very nearly has that Ags, but the TA sees him. 2 hits and he's down. Another DD for this Templar Assassin. I haven't seen her have to pick up a bounty or a regen or an illusion. She's always getting those hastes in the DD, which allows her to get a kill. And that poor Treant really just wanted his Ags. Casual headdress for some reason.
Yes.
Oh, if that Treant had his Ags, that could have been a very big, a very different story later on in the game. As I mentioned earlier, the Earthshaker does now have his blink as well. Zeus now also got a 4-star, which will really help in escaping from these sort of heroes which just run him down, such as the TA and the Viper. So it's still only a mid lane of racks down for Team HKON, which is, I mean, the mid racks is the least important. And it's only 1 Rax as well, and in this stage of the game, with the cleave from Sven and the Bristleback's tankiness, is enough. But looks they want to fight. Do they want to take the fight here? Yeah, here they pop the Crimson Guard. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, and a 3-man stun with another 3-man stun, the Impale. And that's a massive Echo Slam. Bristleback is down. This Fisher blocking, so they can't get anywhere. Sven, is he going to get his damage off? You know, he's just going to, with the Mom activated, he's going to get right-click down. That's 4 heroes down, and 5 now. A 5-man wipe once again. Team HKON dead. Team Synergy pushing up. That was an interesting fight. The Fisher block right across here. prevented the two teams from really fighting, but allowed the Luna, who has a fair bit of range because of the Eclipse, to deal huge amounts of damage.